Is this thing freaking on? All right, it's April 13th, 4:13, 12:06 a.m., Monday. 4:13, a sacred day for my Purdue Craner graduate degree in 1983, was ranked number 4 public, number 13 overall in one of the rankings. Barron's Guide to Graduate Business Schools, 413. Number 3, simply as good as it gets. Well, Rory McIlroy won his green jacket 2 in a row. Fourth person to ever win 2 Masters back to back. Jack Nicklaus and Nick Faldo, then of course Tiger Woods, and now Rory McIlroy. Had the biggest lead ever after 2 rounds in the history of the Masters. Third round, he kind of, I guess he was above par, and some other guys were on fire. And he erased his lead, but he was tied for the lead, I guess, after the third round. The fourth round today, he was in the lead, down 1 or 2 even, but at the end, he was ahead by 2 or 3 strokes, and he needed to get a bogey. 18, he started out with a bad tee shot in a rough, behind trees, but he got a bogey, won the Masters. Congratulations. Royals lost today 6-5. Rain delayed. They split the series 2 games to 2. White Sox. They were the worst team in the majors last year, and they're the worst team in the division as of now, I think. I'm not quite sure why they're in a large market, Chicago, which they share with the Cubs. Payroll analysis, I'm sure they're in the top 25% of payrolls. I don't know. I should look. I would think, if you're in Chicago or New York or LA, those big cities, Houston, you're going to be in the top 10, 20% of the payrolls probably. You're in the top 10, 20% of the TV market for money, Baseball's got their own TV contracts. Football's got one big contract, so they all split the money evenly. Baseball's not like that. Hockey's going full force. You go on cable now. I guess today I was looking at the cable. There's a ton of college games, softball and baseball, major league games, and hockey. NHL hockey's on. I guess UFL football is on today. I guess the NFL draft comes up here pretty soon. I don't know when. It's April. College is end like the first week of May now, usually. I don't know. You'll see Oklahoma State golf team, NCAA Division 1 men and female golf teams are usually pretty good, competing for national championships. So I think the men's golf team's pretty damn good this year. I haven't looked at a ranking, but I guess that'll be happening sometime in May. April showers bring May flowers. Well, we've been having a lot of showers around here lately in Kansas, Kansas City. Stock market, the pre-market, Dow and NASDAQ, S&P are down a good amount. Trump has said negotiations broke down. Vice President left Iran or Pakistan, wherever they were talking, came back. He says the U.S. is going to form a blockade in the Strait of Hormuz, take it over, I guess. Iran's going to, retaliate. So this thing's far from over. It's got increased volatility in the stock market. At least tomorrow, probably this week. Headline sound: Trump says price of gasoline probably will stay high till November. That means this issue probably won't be resolved till November. Well, I guess the Strait of Hormuz and the oil is the main issue here. And oil, the U.S. is somewhat independent on oil, but the world price of oil depends a lot on oil from the Middle East, so it does affect us and our prices. Even I guess we are somewhat independent, don't need their oil, but it does affect the market price a lot. It's a good percent of the world's supply. Court went kind of fucking screwed up the other day. I guess that's why I'm screwed up, because the courthouse is just a bunch of fucking idiots and punks. And my dad was a lawyer. He was part of it. He told me not to go to law school. I'd never get a license. And he and the law have been fucking me over ever since '85. And whether he was really who he claimed to be, he was just an identity thief, just some fucking lunatic identity thief. And they're all just a bunch of punks who couldn't even pass engineering first semester at Oklahoma State. You know, if I do anything illegal, they just nail me to. And if I complain or do it, it's so fucking ridiculous. I can't fucking believe. That's called motivation 101. That is what my motivation's all about. You're no different than everybody else. And all the disrespect I get by punks who couldn't even pass the first semester of engineering at Oklahoma State, and how they become empowered to disrespect me. I just can't fucking. It's just not right. So, Merrill Lynch, you fall into that category of saying my degrees don't matter. You owe me $1 trillion. Punks, Smith Barney, Payne Weber, you each owe me $1 trillion. Engineering firms around here never gave me an interview, never gave me shit. And of course, the guy I've lived in life with dad said some of those guys are just idiots. They're pretty slow. They're real slow. They don't have, they're going to use anything against me they can, including lies, complete fiction, and not give me a chance, so I do this shit. Well, I don't know what the fuck. Wore my green jacket the other night when I go out to the bar. Barley's, and people were making comments, want a picture with a green jacket, or to put on my jacket to take a picture, whatever. Yeah, fine, okay. I said, well, I wear the green jacket. Why? Because one, it was cold out Friday night. Two, it's Masters weekend. Green jacket, the Masters. And three, maybe it helps me get more chicks that way. Chicks dig it more. Well, anyway. Stockbrokers in the state of Kansas, Missouri, each owe me $1 trillion. Real estate, Coldwell Banker, Reese Nichols, owe me $1 trillion. The thing about these companies is there's no individual who really, they don't, it's not like you own a private company. Now, Dad said it's all the same thing, dad, after college. But in reality, it's not. The person who's the chairman of Merrill Lynch in New York, or Bank of America that owns Merrill Lynch, he didn't start the company. He didn't put his own money at risk to start it, risk his entire fucking life financially. They have no personal liability for anything, do they? If something goes wrong with the company, it doesn't matter. They're not liable. They have no personal interest. I mean, they get stock options, which are an expense in some ways. Compensation, which it's just called paycheck precedent minimum wage for me. Maximizing stock owner value. those giant paychecks and compensation packages. Well, I don't work for free, so I have to get more money than that. They don't maximize revenue. All they do is fuck people over. You're no different than everybody else. No different than everybody else, but they disrespect me, so it's not acceptable. So I do this shit. Now, the people in New York have absolutely nothing to do with people in Kansas City. I don't know. I've heard that. Kansas City has nothing to do with New York or the stock market, Merrill Lynch, which is now Bank of America. One time it's this, one time it's that. Now, some ways that doesn't make sense. In some ways, they hate them. They hate each other, but they make money off of each other. Companies, employees hate the bosses, and the bosses hate their bosses. And maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't live in New York where I can just walk across the street and say, hey, buddies, what's going on? And they don't respond to me and answer the phone, do they? I'm from right here in Kansas City. And when I was told I'd be arrested if I go in the stockbroker office at Merrill Lynch by Wilbur at Purdue, or two or three of the Wilburs, one of them, it just instilled in my mind that it's a bunch of shit. The whole place is a bunch of shit. Everything's a bunch of shit, and it's not acceptable. But it has happened, and it's not acceptable. They owe me the billions, the trillions. Hand me the money, punks. Admit on national TV that I'm the only one, and you all are nothing. Now, Topeka, the license process. Everything's just a bunch of scum around here. The law, the courthouse, engineering punks. Some of them are, I don't know. But in their minds, they justify it because I'm the competition and they don't want me to succeed and be better than they are. It's just ridiculous. So I have to do this shit. I have to make a minimum wage of $5 billion a year, which is based on the $4 billion a year hedge fund paycheck. Now we can say, I got 93% of GMAT, so I get 93% of that $4 billion a year. Or we can just, and then we can say, who the fuck is that guy? What are his stats? His stats on ACT GMAT degrees? Unknown to me. Is he a real person or a fraud? Kansas has nothing to do with it, or Kansas is butt fuck. And they're all in New York, so it don't matter. Well, it does matter. Everything matters. And butt fuck Kansas has fucked me up the butt too much, so I can't fucking stand it. They probably murdered my real dad, and that idiot stole his identity, and nobody around here cares, do they? What are you going to do about it? Then when you go into court, you got judges who don't give a shit. They just fucking want to get there, They don't want to mess with it or anything. They just do whatever the fuck they get paid off to do or whatever. Go along with it because I'm a beta and they're a Phi Delta or something, or I went to Oklahoma State and Purdue and they're from KU or K-State. I mean, all this bullshit that I have to fucking... They murdered my dad because he went to Ivy League schools. And they don't like it because they act like they're better than us. Well, I guess statistically they are better than most people from KU. And of course, KU has some perfect ACT, SATs, and GMATs, I'm sure, and LSATs, whatever. There are people who are from Kansas, maybe don't want, or maybe they got too much experience that they don't fucking trust any place else, just like I don't trust anything else. And I don't even trust this place. So, I mean, the whole thing's just one scenario after another. Why people do or do not do things. Some of it's not acceptable. I'm a Crawford. And I'm a Kansas scholar and I got my degrees, and disrespecting that shit's not acceptable. Punks. There's no such thing as too much money. Fran Stouse, the nurse, she's still around here. I don't know. When she said I'm not supposed to make more than 30,000, but she makes 50,000 a year, she just reinforced that that place is just Nazi punks, mafia. Ford Motor Company people, they just do whatever the hell they can get away with, including disrespecting me. They get paid to do it, paid off to do this shit. I don't Ford, GM. When I was at Purdue, the shit I listened to, and of course, I didn't feel like going back to Detroit, and I'm from here, so yeah, I had certain issues here, roots here that I didn't think I should just abandon. It doesn't seem right, but things weren't right, so nothing's right. Except for me getting $1 billion a week of paycheck past due since kindergarten. That's right. And right now, Ford or GM, you want to invite me to the corporate headquarters and give me that $1 billion a week, month? Sure, I'll go up there. That's the amount of money I got to get. My mom and dad didn't work for GM or Ford. And of course, you can say it makes sense to give children of employees privileges because, well, they earned it through their parents' hard work, earned it, loyalty, deserves, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not arguing with that. One time it's this, one time it's that. So respect to me and my degrees, test scores, and give me that $1 billion a week paycheck. Advertise it to the world. We reward people who deserve it. This guy deserves it. He's no different than everybody else. That makes him so much different than everybody else. He has to get $1 billion a week. That's me. Let's do it, and I'll be there.